Any parent knows that there comes a time during the winter when cabin fever sets in for our kids. We've all seen the repercussions, usually in the form of damage to the walls when the kids get a little stir crazy. But there is hope. TV host and DIY expert Anitra Mecadon joins us live from Charlotte this morning with what you need to know before the temperatures dip to help us create the ultimate kid cave. Good morning, Anitra.
Good morning.
You know, it's hard to think about the winter months in September, but we need a plan in place. What tips and tricks do you have for us in creating that cool kid cave?
There are definitely some do's and don'ts if you're going to create your own kid cave, but your goal should always be the same. It's to create a space the kids actually want to be in, right? One of my favorite tricks, though, I like to break up a space into designated zones. We've got a study zone and work zone, a play zone, movie zone, even a reading nook could be a cool hangout zone. And how I like to do this is I use colorful rugs, lighting, even shelving to help anchor those spaces. What it does is it visually tidies up the room and makes for better flow and function throughout the space.
Now, what are some of the most common mistakes that parents do make when they're designating a specific area for their children?
This is a very common mistake. Parents usually decorate the space for them, not for the kids, right? And a lot of your viewers out there may get upset with me when I say this, but I recommend you probably go out and buy a fresh can of paint because your children are not digging your beige walls. They need color. This should be a fun space where kids actually get to be kids, you know, like inspire them.
Now, how can we childproof a kid's room to limit any potential dangers to the walls or anything?
Yeah, you see the lacrosse stick in my hand? Kids are going to horse around no matter what, and it only takes a split second for this to go through a wall. That's why I recommend if you're going to build your own kid cave or your own kid zone, or even if you're remodeling a garage or a basement, use purple high impact XP drywall by National Gypsum. And here's why I recommend it. A bat is going to leave a giant hole. That hole could be costly and time consuming to fix, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't have a whole lot of free time and my honey-do list is huge. You don't have to worry about that with Purple High Impact XP. This stuff's basically ready for life. It's ready for anything you or the kids could throw at it, including the bat. The reason being, it's got this mesh embedded in the core. That mesh, all you need to know about it is that lacrosse stick is not going to go through this wall. And all Purple drywall products are moisture, mold, and mildew resistant products, which that adds that extra peace of mind for mom and dad. And a bonus, it's made right here in the States.
And can you give us some info on how we can go for a more non-traditional look? I'm sorry.
Non-traditional look. I'm a huge fan of non-traditional looks. If you look right over here, we took skateboards and turned them into shelving for the trophy display wall, which is fantastic. The kids love this, right? Boys live in this room. They're into sports. There's going to be a lot of those trophies by the time they're teenagers. Put them out so they can enjoy them where they're loud and proud. Another one of my favorites. All kids love climbing walls. So if you have higher ceilings, I would throw in a little climbing wall area. And we're getting into colder months, right? That's why we're having this conversation. Go out and get a painter's tarp and build a teepee with your kids. It's just as much fun to build as it is to actually paint the cool designs on it. And you can camp right indoors in your own home.
And finally, Anitra, where can we go to get some more information?
AskForPurple.com. It's got everything you need to know, including some great project ideas and how-to videos so you can build your own ultimate kid cave.
All right, Anitra Mecadon, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by